a student is getting ready for a test and he wants to know how they have found this value for the root mean square of this voltage with this expression. So the t here is the period, which is equal to 2 pi divided by the frequency. So all we have to do is just to plug these values in this relationship, then find this result. So let's see where he's getting stuck. So let's go ahead and plug these values in this relationship. So here, the root mean square can be written as, instead of the period, we put 2 pi over omega. Here is reverse, so we are going to have omega over 2 pi. The integration from 0 to t to 2 pi omega v squared. This is the value of our v, so that would be absolute value of v cosine of omega t square dt, the whole thing to the power 1/2. Now let's go ahead and simplify this. We can write this as omega divided by 2 pi integration from 0 to 2 pi over omega v square and cosine square of omega t dt, and the whole thing to the power of 1/2. Now this absolute value of v is a constant, so it can come out of the integration. So we can write this as omega multiplied by v squared divided by 2 pi, the integration of 0 to 2 pi over omega cosine square of omega t dt, the whole thing to the power 1/2. Now, in order for us to solve this integration, we have to convert this cosine into a double angle cosine, and we can use the formula, the trigonometric formula, that cosine square of omega t will be equal to 1 plus cosine of 2 omega t divided by 2. So we can use that formula and change this cosine square of omega t with that. So let's take that 1/2 out. So we can write this as the 1/2 comes out as omega v squared divided by 4 pi. 2 multiplied by that 2 will be 4 pi, then integration from 0 to 2 pi over omega of 1 plus cosine of 2 omega t dt, the whole thing to power 1/2. Now we can easily integrate this expression for those limits, 0 to 2 pi divided by omega. So if we do that, we are going to have omega v squared divided by 4 pi, and integration of 1 dt will be t from the limits of 0 to 2 pi over w, and plus the integration of cosine of 2wt will be 1 over 2w sine of 2wt from the limits of 0 to 2 pi over w, and the whole thing to power 1/2. Now let's go ahead and apply those limits. So we are going to have omega v squared divided by 4 pi, and this will be t from, so it will be 2 pi over omega minus 0, then plus 1 over 2w sine of 2 omega times 2 pi over omega minus 1 over 2w sine of 1 over 2w sine of 2 omega times 0, and the whole thing to power 1/2. So the sine of 0 we know is 0, and the sine of 2 pi is 0, or 4 pi is 0, so this term is 0, the whole thing to power 1/2. So now we are going to have omega v squared divided by 4 pi multiplied by 2 pi divided by omega, the whole thing to power 1/2. So here omega will cancel out, and pi will cancel out, 2 divided by 2, and this is 2, so we are going to have v squared divided by 2 to power 1/2. So that would be v divided by a square root of 2. So v divided by square root of 2, a square root of 2 is 1.4, and 1 divided by 1.4 will be 0. Will be 0.707, will be, oh, sorry, this is equal to V RMS. So V RMS will be equal to 0.707 absolute value of V. So I think where he could not go forward was right here. Right here. This is where he must have made a mistake. You got to, in order to solve that integral, you got to convert this cosine square into this relationship and then solve the integral. I believe that was the hardest part of this relationship. Thanks.